What's up, guys? My name is Owen with Redemptive Motorsports. It's been a while since we've posted anything, so let's get right into it. I've gone to make a YouTube video for the channel a couple times, never followed through with it, so here's some clips that I've recorded over the past 3 months. Jeremy, what are you doing?
So, the owner of the C10 Warbird, he drives this thing really hard. The front accessory drive on this truck is actually just a Vortec 5.3 style pickup truck, Suburban Tahoe. And this is the stock pump that comes with it. This is already a new one from like O'Reilly's, and he killed the first one, Tell the Dragon, and then he killed the Ruman one on the second time. So this is just a stock power steering pump. Nothing wrong with it, but when you're trying to push autocross and driving really hard with sticky tires, they're not gonna hold up. So we're doing two things. We're gonna put an oil cooler on it, and we call Turn One. They're out of Michigan. They do a lot of motorsports power steering systems, so they're one of the best in the country. And they actually sell a Type 2 GM style power steering pump. They sell the brackets to mount those on a Vortec 5.3 style accessory drive. Other thing I like about it, they use an aluminum windowed billet power steering pulley, so that's a lot of less weight on the drive shaft for the pump, which ends up long term making sure your seals don't leak over time. And I also went ahead and opted out to go ahead and get dash 6 fittings on both, because we already converted this one to dash 6, but now we can actually make all new dash 6 lines from Vibrant Performance, keep everything clean. And we're gonna, the power steering cooler's already mounted. Sorely mounted that up the other day, and that also has dash 6 fittings on it as well. So mount this to the accessory drive, put that back on the truck, and start plumbing.
Sterling, what are you doing? This Corvette is new in the shop.
We're just getting ready to pull the motor, and I think it's getting heads and cam, and just doing some upgrades. And they are with a new clutch in it.
Yep,
a new clutch. And just doing some things that we're finding here and there, just fixing it as we go. And
Headers.
We've been doing headers, and put a good tune on it and see what she can make.
What are you up to, Raul?
I am sandblasting this rod for this lower control arm for that chassis that we got over there that we tore down yesterday. But there I got one done. I just got to work on the second one, but I'll make it look good.
So now that we're back in current time, let's go around the shop. I'll show you guys what we've currently got going on, and we got some cool stuff. So these are two LS3s. This one will be going into the Chevelle. This one will be going into the K10. This one has a Brian Tooley Racing Stage 4 PDS cam, Magnuson 2650, an accessory drive from Concept One, super clean looking engine. We will be doing the Holley valve covers that cover the coils. We may go with some Motion Raceworks billet valve covers. Not 100% sure on this one yet. This one will be going in the K10, as I said just a second ago. It's got a Brian Tooley Racing Stage 3 PDS cam, I believe, and a Magnuson 2300. Also with a Concept 1 accessory drive. These motors should make pretty good power. I'm really excited to see these on the dyno when we're finally finished with the build. Over here we've got this Harrop 2300 and some Holley coil hiding valve covers. These just got back from paint along with the engine, and as you can see, they are very red. These will be going on the patina truck that I will show you outside here in just a second. I think we've featured that in a video before. I could be wrong, but either way, you're gonna see it today. The speed shop is stocked up. We keep a ton of vibrant fittings, other miscellaneous stuff over here. You got your rim flex, exhaust manifold gaskets, ARP hardware, just some stock harmonic balancer bolts, as well as some ARP. We've got some CHE trunnion kits, MSD plug wires, just your basic, stuff you need for everything. Got a whole bunch of stuff from All-Star, heat shrink, zip ties, all sorts of electrical stuff, V-bands. This is stuff we use every day in the shop, as well as stuff everybody uses for their projects. So if you need anything, come and see us at 541 Holiness Campground Road. We are open 8 to 5 Monday through Thursday, and Fridays by appointment. So let's go out in the shop and see what's going on. Here's the F100. We finally got the engine back from the engine shop. We've got the Roush supercharger on this Gen 2, I believe, Coyote. If you missed it in a previous video, we discovered that this engine was no good. The customer had pulled it out of a junkyard and it was exposed to the rain.
Yeah.
If you want to go check that video out, I'll probably put a link to it right here. Pretty gnarly. But we've got the engine fitted up, inner fenders fitted up, core support. We've started working on the wiring in this one. Got the MT82 transmission in there. Just getting everything wired up right now. This will be a super cool build. The 68 Camaro is back from interior. Pretty happy with how this one turned out. Custom interior from 626 Upholstery. Be sure to go check him out on Instagram. Sean does killer work. His Instagram, I believe, is at 626_upholstery. I'll put his Instagram handle right here. We have this Buick wagon in here, working on some wiring. This is one of our customers' projects that we're kind of finishing up, tying up some loose ends on it. Super good looking car. I personally don't see a lot of these Buicks, so it's always exciting to see something new. This is the patina truck that Harrop 2300 is going to be going on. Drew is over here installing the Dirty Dingo low mount AC bracket. This engine is fresh from paint, bright red. It's going to be sweet. This is the chassis for the patina truck. QA1 suspension, Willwood brakes, Boyd's tank, the whole 9 yards. These are not the wheels that are going to be going on it. The wheels that will be going on it are currently on order, and I'm excited to show you guys those whenever we get them in. The Chevy truck is actually a 62, but this frame is from a 65. Just a little bit easier to work with. We had to modify this tank because this fill neck came straight up. So Drew actually fabricated, cut it, twisted it, and welded it in, and modified the frame so it clears a little bit better right there. Looks killer. We're thinking about, instead of keeping the typical, fuel fill, we're probably going to do a little gas can in the bed and use that as the fill neck. So I think that'll be pretty cool. In the past, we have done, some hidden fill necks in the tail lights, but we're going to go a different route with this one. Looks like Drew's actually about to put this engine in the frame. This ZR1 C6 Corvette, we just did a Corsa catback exhaust on it, and we're addressing some issues. What's it looking like, Raul? What all are we doing to this thing?
I think we're switching out the compressor, changing out the starter, which actually I have right here. See this ground stud is just loose. That's no good.
It's no good, man.
Sounds good, looks good.
What do you think of this car, man?
It rips. From what it is.
These are one of my favorite cars of all time, I'm not gonna lie. How's it looking with this, Drew?
Good. I'm just getting it jacked up enough to get over the frame, and then we'll put it down and see if it fits.
This truck will be getting a T56 Magnum from Bowler and McLeod clutch to match. So she's gonna be a fun little truck. Not your old Pawpaw's old farm truck anymore. Looks like we've got great clearance on the AC compressor, which leads me into showing you guys this. We're installing vintage air in this truck as we do on pretty much every build. We're actually reusing the factory heater box, running the AC lines underneath so they're kind of hidden. They're gonna run underneath the wheel well. We're gonna have more bulkheads right there, and then some right here to go to the condenser. So super clean look. Not even gonna be able to tell it has AC besides the compressor. Let's see what Jeremy's up to. What's it looking like, Jeremy?
So we were just actually servicing this ZR1, changing the compressor on it, and we just noticed on this starter that the main power stud is pretty much, it's the original starter, so you can see where it's got all the heat cracks in it, and there's a lot of voltage that needs to go through this stud and go to the rest of the car. So we're just going to change that. We're changing the compressor on it. We just did Corsa exhaust. We did a catback Corsa exhaust on the car. You can see it underneath with black tips, and it had stock exhaust, so the customer just wanted to be a little louder. It sounds really, really good. now we're just fixing the AC for them, servicing the starter while we're there, and sending it home.
That's gonna do it for today's video. If you liked the video, be sure to like the video. If you want to see more, subscribe. You know the drill. Check us out on Instagram at Redemptive Motorsports. Right there. I'll see you guys in the next one.